Alright guys, as you guys know, I'm all about information. I want to make this video for people that are at risk of being questioned by ICE or detained. So here's some information that I found online for you guys by the Immigrant Defense Project. So you could go on their website. They have a vast amount of information on what to do if you are met by ICE or you're detained, how to prepare, just to have precautions in place and things like that. But here are some of the things. So if people that are at risk of ICE, they are typically immigrants, anyone without a lawful immigration status, or even people with status. So if you are a permanent resident, you're a refugee, or you're a visa holder who have certain criminal convictions, you are at risk. The federal government directs ICE on who they should target for arrest. So ICE officers will decide and prioritize the arrest of people who they claim or pose a national security or unlawfully enter into the U.S., pose a certain threat to public safety, any type of criminal past and arrest. And we all know with our current president right now, if you are a criminal, doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter if it's minor or it is heinous, you will be detained. He wants immigrants out. So be aware that you could potentially be a target, okay? So here are some things what you could do if you are at risk of being detained is make a plan with your loved ones in case you are picked up by ICE. Avoid contact with immigration, avoid contact with criminal justice system. So keep in mind of that. What should you do if ICE agents approach you? Before they say anything, because typically what they're saying according to this data here is before you say anything else, ask, am I free to go? If they say yes, say, I don't want to answer your questions, or I'd rather not speak with you right now, and walk away. That eliminates them for pursuing to arrest you or detain you or anything like that. So if they say no, use your right to remain silent. Say, I want to use my right not to answer questions, and then I want to speak to a lawyer. So you can have a lawyer speak on your behalf. Don't lie or show false documents. Don't flee or resist arrest, because they could use that to, again, detain you. Don't answer questions about your immigration status or where you were born. They will use any information you provide against you. Do not hand over any foreign documents such as passport, consul IDs, or expired visas. If you are in criminal court or have a court date, ask to speak to your defender before they take you away. So if officers come into your home, how will you know they are from ICE? Not always. Beware, ICE agents often pretend to be police, and they say what they want to talk about your identity theft in an ongoing investigation. So can ICE agents enter my home to arrest me? If ICE agents do have a warrant signed by a judge, they cannot, if they do not have a warrant signed by a judge, they cannot enter your home without permission from an adult. So don't give them permission. They can't enter if they don't have a warrant. Okay. So what do you do if officers are at your door? Find out if they are DHS or ICE. Try to stay calm, be polite, don't lie. Say, I don't want to talk to you right now. Politely ask to see a warrant signed by a judge and to slip it under the door. If they don't have one, decline to let them in. So don't open the door. Talk to them through the door. What can I do if ICE is inside my home to make an arrest? Tell them if there are children or other vulnerable residents at the home, ask them to step aside unless they have a warrant signed by a judge. If they came inside without your permission, again, they have to have your permission. Tell them, I do not consent to you being in my home. Please leave. These things are going to be very important, because if you have to file a case against them, your lawyer has a better chance of defending you and potentially getting you free, or any type of civil court or anything like that. So what are my rights if I'm being arrested? You have a right to remain silent. You have a right to speak to a lawyer. Do not lie. You do not have to share any information about where you were born, what your immigration status was, or criminal record. Ask to speak to a lawyer instead of answering questions. You do not have to give them your consul documents or passports unless they have a warrant from a judge. So if they have a warrant from a judge, you do have to provide those things. I personally, I am no legal advice. I'm just here to give you information. So You watching this video, you're holding yourself accountable. I'm not accountable for anything that happens to you. This is just information for you guys. You do not have to sign anything, okay? This is according to the Immigrant Defense Project and their website, so you guys can find out more information is immigrantdefenseproject.org. Go on there, find information, protect your family and friends.